Hi, this is Steve Davis over at Total Wealth Academy, and this is Investor Tip Tuesday. I want to talk about the word try. First, I want to touch on something we've touched on before, which is the Monopoly analogy. Imagine playing Monopoly and just circling the board, passing go, collecting your paycheck, and never buying any income-producing assets, never buying the railroads or the real estate or the utilities, never buying income-producing assets. Would you ever win the game? No, you would never win the game. You would always lose. It would be equal to not even trying. How many of you, that's all you're doing? You're just going to work, going to a job, coming home, and expecting somehow to succeed without even trying. See, having a job is just the ante to play the game. That's it. It's not going to get you where you want to go financially unless you're making 300 grand a year or more at your job. Now, what I'm about to say is kind of brutal, but you have to understand that at age 27, I made a decision that I would rather be dead than lead a life of mediocrity. I'd rather be dead than live paycheck to paycheck. I'd rather be dead than live in poverty. And that decision allowed me to have the courage to try. Isn't it better to try and fail than to not try and fail? Because you're guaranteed, if you do nothing, if you just have a job and you make less than 300 grand a year, you're going to fail. It's a guaranteed fact. Let me tell you a story about a guy I met, 82-year-old Vietnam vet, and he told me these great stories about Vietnam and his time in the service. And then we got around to a point where he asked me what I did, and I told him my story. And he sat down abruptly, almost kind of like he was in shock. And I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "You know, Steve, I didn't even try." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I didn't even try. I was too scared." And he said, "Now that I'm 82 and I look back at life, I don't even know what I was scared of. Why didn't I try?" And what that is, it's a warning about a thing called regret. I used to think that regret was something, on your deathbed, lasts for 5 minutes, you regret the things you didn't do in life. No. Regret doesn't last 5 minutes. It lasts 5 years, 10 years, for some people, decades. My sales pitch is this: it is better to try and fail than it is to not try and guarantee failure, because that's what you're doing. If you don't try to build a second stream of income, so take action, get something done in your life, it's better to try and fail than not try and guarantee failure. This is Investor Tip Tuesday. Thanks for watching.